And we are live. So, hi guys on YouTube. You are getting an awful view of this. I apologise, but this is what we have to do to get you to see it. So the plan is we're going to be recording a video here, so you will not. I'll be pretty much blanking you. We'll be doing our usual setup. Amy's going to do the setup and rules because this is her favourite game, or one of her favourite games. Amy's going to do a setup and rules. Hopefully you can see it. If not, there will be an edited video on YouTube of this, so you don't need to worry. Let's get recording.
Probably best as we're going to be showing an awful lot to the up close camera.
Yeah, you will see a lot of when you watch the edited videos, you will see a lot of stuff on the upright of the close to camera. So apologise if we are going, look at this, and you can't see it. Unfortunately, the joys are live. So we will do our usual intro, and thank you people for joining us. All good?
All good.
Just making sure everything is recording fine because I don't want to mess up. Hi guys!
Hello.
Welcome to Meeple's People Circus. Today we are playing Obsession.
Designed by Dan Hallahan and released by Kayenta Games.
And this is probably my biggest surprise board game I've ever had.
You reckon?
For me, yeah.
Okay.
Because it was one of them games where I looked at it and I was like,
Doesn't look that intriguing.
Yeah. It was not my theme. It's not the the whole Downton Abbey sort of style-y, not my sort of theme, but then you will see by the mechanics. Amy's going to go through setup, how to play, so enjoy.
Okay, so hopefully this will make a lot more sense. I have seen certain videos on YouTube that don't necessarily explain it that clearly, but hopefully I'll do it in a way that will kind of make a bit more sense. So the idea behind Obsession is that we are families in Derbyshire around Georgian sort of times, obviously with household staff. And the buzz at the minute is that there is a Dowager Countess with an orphaned niece and nephew who are set to inherit £20,000 a year. And obviously we want to try and have our children attract these potential suitors to increase the prosperity of our estate, because we're not at all shallow like that. And the two children that we are actually interested in attracting are Charles Fairchild Esquire and Miss Elizabeth Fairchild.
The Fairchilds.
Exactly. So, to begin setup, we first start by picking a family board. Now, each family has a slightly different power. You are deciding to be the Ponsonby family today.
I am the Ponsonbys.
Their particular bonus is that they start with some extra wealth.
Is this all my money here, or is this just
That
the
is
game
the share out.
Oh, I thought that's what I was starting with. I was like, that's me one.
And I'm starting with the Asquith family, who starts with an extra person in their family. So normally most families will start with 4 members of the family, such as Jay. So there's always the Earl, there's a lady, and their 2 children. So that is your 4 starting families. So the cards in this game represent members of society, and each of the, I don't know if I showed that very well, each of the families actually are marked by their coat of arms up in the corner. And we are both going to give ourselves these starting boards, which are going to go directly below those boards. Okay, so I'm going to give you a marker. If you place that on reputation 1, and then we have these levels. So these are double-sided. We start off obviously at level 1, and as we go round our reputation ring, these will start to increase up until a certain level. If we're playing an extended game, there is a 7 and 8 marker, but we're just going to be playing standard game today. So, if you take those, place them straight up on your board.
Right there.
Indeed. I shall do the same. There's also a maximum one there. If you take this reminder token and put it to one side for now. Okay. So, we each start with a blue meeple, which is your butler. So you
Love
can
these
put them.
meeples.
So you can put them into your available service. You have a red housekeeper, also in available service.
I have to quickly say, butt in while we're setting up. They've had the expansion been done on Kickstarter, and the designer of the game kindly, I didn't have the funds to actually pay for my back or what I backed, and he kindly gave me the pledge manager for free to buy it. So I've got to say thank you so much for that, because this is a fun game. Sorry.
We each have a green one, which is a valet, which is effectively the guy that gets the lord of the house ready and suitable in correct attire. We have a purple lady's maid, which does exactly the same thing for the ladies. And we each start with a white footman, who is a bit of a dog's body.
Well, I'm not going to say anything about that.
No, probably best not to.
Leave that there.
Okay, so we each have our families. Might want to just bring that down a bit so I can bring the board up top.
Fine.
So, like
I've
I
prepared
said,
for all of my estates to be built.
So like I said, in this game, the cards themselves are members of the hierarchy, and you have two different types of cards here. You have one with a single fleur-de-lis, which are known as casual guests, and we have double fleur-de-lis, which are prestige guests. Now within the casual guests, you will actually find some with this crown marker. These are actually your starter guests, so we're going to give those a quick shuffle up. Deal 2 each, and then we're going to shuffle that into the casual guest deck. So these will get added to our family hand.
They're normally always awful. Well, I seem to always get the worst luck with them.
Like I said, it's starter guests. You're just going to have the basics on that one. So just give that a shuffle up. Just to remind me, I'm going to put my
I don't know if you guys can see that.
It's not always necessary to keep it really, really hidden. You're going to be putting these cards out for the other players to see anyway.
I have an unladylike woman.
You have an unladylike one.
She has no manners.
So what I possibly should have shown you.
Lacks refinement.
So what I possibly should have shown you is that these prestige guests, when they attend events that you are going to hold, even the casual guests in some cases, they will give you certain benefits, but there is also some guests that have drawbacks. So they have ill reputation, they are going to try and steal money off of you, and this is marked in red on the cards, and it's actually a drawback. So you're trying to get those people off your estate in the nicest possible way. So the next thing to do...
She's not written in red, she's written in black, but it says overly loud and lacking refinement. She doesn't drink tea with her pinky up in the air.
So the next thing that we have are objective cards. So I'm just going to give them a quick shuffle. So to start the game, everybody gets dealt 5, and we keep 2. So these are
I'm not looking.
These are the ones that you should keep secret.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm not looking. I'm trying to work out how I can
things
lose
like
to you. I mean, how I can
bonuses.
beat you.
Bonuses for having particular tiles or servants, having particular rooms, that sort of thing.
I'm going with these two.
So let's
I'll show you guys what I'm going for. So we will see
And
if we can achieve them.
let's have,
I haven't played this game in such a long time, so
let's have that one. So the ones that you're not going to use, I will have back here, and we'll shuffle those back into the objective deck. Okay, so let's do that. And we're going to use them in the game as well. So I'm just going to show you guys which ones I went for. So I went for this one. Apologies to guys on YouTube. And I went for this one. Okay, so that's that. Right, the last part of setting up this particular part of our board is we need to assign events. So Obsession takes place, it does have a board, but it's more of a reminder board, what's actually going to happen and all the actions are going to take place on these tiles. And we're each going to start with the same ones to begin with, and these all have particular types. So there's essentials, service, estate, prestige and sporting types of events. Each of these tiles has a castle on the front and a rose on the back when you have completed the action for the first time, because the bonuses will actually change. So if you want to start off giving yourself a bowling green. So,
we like bowling greens in my estate.
So you just pop that under your sporting.
Well, we like to call it an essential in my household.
We both start with a front parlour.
I want a back.
We both start with a main gazebo.
Ooh, gazebo.
We both have a butler's room.
My butler doesn't deserve a room.
Then you need a new butler. And we both have a private study.
Or, as we call it in my household, a board game room.
So each of these tiles will actually have the costs in black. So a bowling green, for example, will require 2 gentry, which is 2 of the cards in your hand, plus a footman in this case. Whereas your parlour, right now, would cost you 2 ladies out of your gentry and a housekeeper. Sorry, got my teeth in. Okay, so this is where it sometimes gets a little bit confusing with how we're going to set up the bag. If I can ask you to go through these tiles and pick out everything that's a 1, 2 and a 3. Now, setups differ slightly if you've got... sorry?
That's a fun job.
So setup will differ slightly depending on how many players that you have. So today we're going to have a 2-player game, so that will influence how many tiles are in the bag, what type of tiles, and it will influence how many servants we've got to hire. So next thing I'm going to put out is this board. So this is where our casual guests live, on one with 1 fleur-de-lis. This is where our prestige guests live with 2. This is our spare objective cards. Okay, so in servants for hire, because it's a 2-player game, I'm going to put 1 black under butler. We don't have an under butler in our house already. It's very, very rare. He basically can back up what the butler can do and provide all the other services.
He's a butler's butler.
So there's 2 valets for a 2-player game. There is 2 ladies' maids. And there is 2 footmen available. Okay. In a 3-player game, you have 2 under butlers. You have... oh, I'm sorry. We should have some more footmen than that. I thought that was a bit low. Can't get the staff.
I was thinking that.
I know where you're going with that one.
I was like, we need a better valet.
We actually have 4 in a 2-player game. So a 3-player game, you would have 2 black, 6 white, 3 green, 3 purple. 4-player game, 2 black, 8 white, 4 green, 4 purple. Okay. Right, all sorted?
Yes.
Excellent. Right, The other board I'm going to put out is this one, and this is basically going to be our gear. So we have what we call theme cards. Now these are possibly the dinkiest cards I have ever seen. They're quite difficult to shuffle personally. And these all have the types of events on the back of them, because these are going to dictate what the Fairchild's current pleasure is, as in what's currently in fashion. Before you take that the wrong way, because I know you.
Don't know what you're on about.
And we're just going to place one of those out. And at the start of every season, we are going to turn a fresh theme card. We also have tinky tiny victory cards. So let's give those a quick shuffle as well.
Mini cards.
They are really, really dinky. Really dinky.
And awful to shuffle.
They are not much bigger. Would you say that's an average sort of meeple size? It's like a meeple and a half. Maybe 2.
You cannot do a ruffle on them bad boys.
You could, but I think they're going to go everywhere if they do a riffle.
Do it.
No, I'm not going to do a riffle because they'll bend quite nicely and they'll live up there. So our year is going to be marked by this, and this will be our starting or our first player marker. We also each have a set of player guides. So,
I have my player guide sitting next to me, so you pay attention to this.
So Obsession actually comes with a main rule book and a glossary, which can be a little bit off-putting at the beginning.
Daunting.
Yes. Right, so can I have the purple bag, please? So we're actually going to put our tiles into here.
No.
So this is where the game slightly differs. So to begin with, we are going to put... I've gone through these tiles and I have taken out the ones with a outline of a dot and the ones with a plus symbol on them. Those are for 3 and 4 player games. We are actually only using the tiles that have got a solid black dot.
I see it.
It's very, very small in the bottom left corner.
Yeah, it's right next to the number.
It is very, very small.
You wouldn't know it if you weren't. You wouldn't see it if you weren't looking for it.
Exactly. And we also have these what do we call them? Service tiles. Sorry. So we have the brushing room, the barn, the servants' quarters, servant halls, and pantry. So the last type of tile we have are what we call monument tiles. They're basically big things that we can build within our house that are going to get us some serious prestige going on.
And Mooney. It's all about the money. We don't care about prestige. We care about money. We can put another wing on our mansion.
I'm just going to check one thing before I get it wrong. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, so most people would leave their solid dot tiles in the bag ready to set up, and I would do that with everything that's a 1, a 2 or a 3. So to begin with, we're going to put these in here, and we're going to put 4 of the service tiles. We're going to leave out the servants' hall for now, and we're going to give this a good shake, preferably not near a microphone where it sounds really, really loud.
The mic's right above us. It's going to sound loud, whatever.
If you'd like to leave the Fairchild cards on Alderley Hall, that is the estate of the Fairchilds. And we're going to draw out 6 tiles. So we have 1,
Flower room.
2,
North dining room.
3,
Fenced paddock.
4,
Tennis court.
5,
Servants' quarters.
and 6.
Riding stables.
Okay, so we then set this up. This is where it gets a little bit confusing. So you first set these up in prestige order. So that is a 1. That's technically a 0. That's a 2. That's a 1. That's a 3. That's a 2. So we would normally lay these out in order. So we can put the one. So when you have matching ones for prestige level, these go in a particular order. So you have, it goes in order of, it goes in order of service. So that would be a blue. Then you'd have sporting. So my riding stables would go ahead of my fenced paddock in this case.
So I'm guessing it's the way the board's laid out.
It's not, which would have been a lot more helpful personally.
Yeah, that would have made more sense.
Yeah, it would have been a lot more helpful. So in this one, same thing again. The tennis court is going to be ahead of the flower room, and the north dining room is going to go right at the end. So after that, we're going to put the rest of these solid black tiles in, and we're going to add some monuments. We have to add in the sculpture garden and 2 of our choice for a 2-player game. What do you fancy?
Oh, can we choose what we want?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
They do have slightly differing prestige levels. So we've got an 8, we've got a 9, 5, a 6 and a 7.
Yeah, but what do I want? That's what I sod prestige.
And we're also going to put that servants hall tile back in there.
What do I want? And that's how much cash it gives you. Is that the money it earns you?
I believe so, yeah.
So I want an imported marble floor.
So you want the marble floor. I think we're going to throw in a wine cellar because it's been a long day. And these are just going to get returned to the bag. And that is Obsession pretty much set up. So that's that there. Right, so just to confirm, when you are setting up the builder's market, it goes in order of service, sporting, essentials, estate, then prestige.
Okay.
Okay? So we put that in, and now we are almost pretty much ready to play. So hopefully that's been fairly instructive.
So should we end this part of the video here?
Apart from the fact we need to assign ourselves some money.
So let's assign some money.
So
I
normally
take all of this.
No, you do not.
You have that. There we go.
Right, so the extra money, will sit here as a bank. Normal families start with 3. Jay's superpower is he starts with an extra 3.
Oh, nice.
And that is
I'm considerably richer than y'all.
Yeah, I have an extra mouth to feed. So hopefully that's been instructive.
There we go. We'll be back tomorrow with the next video of Obsession. Hope you enjoyed Amy's set up and play, or set up and how to play. We will see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye. And YouTube people, we still are here. We're not leaving you. Don't worry. We love you. We're just This is how we do it. This is how we do it, because it makes recording so much easier. And literally, we set everything to record again. It just makes life easier for us all. And then I can actually check to see if anyone's commented on the YouTube. Probably not, because everyone's probably like, "What's Obsession?" It's a surprisingly good game. One that I never thought I'd enjoy. There we are. You can't see mine. There's still 2 people watching. Thank you 2 people for watching, whoever you are. We appreciate that. I am setting that to record again. Wonder if Darius is one of the watchers. If you are Darius, hi. Hi. If anyone has any questions on YouTube, pop a message, let us know.
We'll answer them between.
We will answer them between recordings. We do half-hour segments now. So someone's just gone. They didn't like it. Sorted. Let's go. Recording. Hi guys!
Hello.
Welcome back to Meeple's People Circus. And yesterday you saw Amy set up and how to play. Now we're going to be playing. We're looking to court the Fairchilds.
Okay, so to start with, we are going to decide who wants to be first place.
Can we...
There's nothing
Heads
but
or tails?
tails.
Tails.
Okay, so I would be the first player, so I'm going to take that little marker. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is turn over the theme card for this season. So that's essentials. Now, we're on the standard play board. So you can see as you're going around this board, this is actually going to be how long the game lasts for. And we have certain parts of the board that are just numbers. Then we have Village Fair, where we get an extra objective card. There's something there called Builder Holiday, National Holiday, and each of these is going to have a different effect. The ones that we need to pay the most attention to right now are courtship. So during the courtship phase, we are going to, on this season, see how we're doing, who's got the most points in terms of essentials. Then we will pick one of the Fairchild children to visit our estate for the season, and that card will become part of our hand for the season. Once we reach the next courtship, it comes out. We reassess for whichever the next theme is, and we will assign the Fairchild as necessary for that. So our actions are effectively what we're doing on the tiles. So I know that as part of the village fair, if you manage to flip the study tile, then you are going to get extra reputation and extra money at that particular round. So I just need to double check. I believe, just double check my hand limit. So hand limit is sorry, this is really, really bad.
We apologise.
Apologise, this is the one thing I did forget to do, and I apologise greatly.
Just a heads up, coming videos we are going to be doing a video, or it might, no, this would be released first. So upcoming video will be Ticket to Ride, us two versus Alexa.
We have been given permission.
I have spoken to Asmodee and they have said we can. So be prepared for an Alexa versus us. See who wins, AI or humans. Oh my god, now this is the problem with having it. You mention the name and it starts listening. What was it I mentioned earlier on? A horror movie or something, and it suddenly came up searching for horror movies. It's like, God.
This is where I do not particularly like this.
This would be cut from the video. All my ranting about Alexa. And you shut up, Alexa. We apologise for the people who are watching this live. Breaking mental.
It's the most frustrating part, actually, if you've got a question in this rule book, is sometimes all over the place.
I can tell you there's the worst rule book in the world. Does it not say on the cards?
No. Yes, I apologise.
So how's everyone on YouTube doing? Are you good? You enjoying this riveting?
I apologise.
Let me know if the sound's good. This is my new little setup I've got. I'm trying something new with the channel. I have got a contraption above my head that holds the mic now. Actually, I apologise, there's going to be feedback now. I'm going to check to see. I can hear it fine. I've got a contraption above my head that holds the mic now.
For some reason, I really seem to think that it's possibly all your cards if it's active hand.
Is there a way to flip the...
I think it's just active hand, so I think you start with all 6 cards in hand.
Right, we're trying something now. Rotate this footage. I'm going to make the camera better view. Oh, that's better. Oh, there we go, people on YouTube.
Hopefully that's better feed.
You should get a better footage now. It should be less annoying for you guys. Ooh. Sorry, I'm learning my streaming. Are we ready?
I believe so.
Should we just start again? No, let's just do. We are back after the rule book checking.
Yeah. I believe, possibly have this wrong, that your entire hand is available.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought we've always had that.
I think it is. It's not.
There's nothing that says it's not.
Because in theory, there's a point where you might not be able to do anything because you're going to discard your hand and you might need to pass at some point, at which point you reclaim your deck.
Yeah.
So that, to me, would say yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to start by trying to go to the private study. So I need to assign my butler and 2 members of my family for that. So I actually have 5 members of the family right now.
When do we do the buy-in market?
Builders market. I think it's after you enjoy your favours. So order of play would be rotate service, host activity. So rotate service is once we have used these meeples, we are going to put them into expended service.
So you don't want to spend them all.
You don't want to spend them all because they're going to then at the start of the next round go into the servants' quarters to have a rest, and then they're going to become available. So they're not going to be available in the next round, but they'll be available in the round after. So obviously we don't have to do that at the start of this round because nobody's exhausted. But
yes.
Yeah, so we've done that effectively. I'm then going to host my activity, which requires a butler and 2 members of family. So I'm going to play my Dowager Countess, and let's have the Earl of Asquith. So that's my 2 members of family. So this doesn't actually give me much of a benefit except for when it comes to the village fair. So I do, however, receive benefits off of these cards. So, and these ones are normally your casual or prestige symbols. This is my family symbols here. These are the requirements on the bottom for which members of staff are required. So in addition to your tiles, you might have extras that are required by the guests. these are your prestige points, and these in the bottom corner are your bonuses. So for me, I am going to get £300 and a prestige from this. So I'm going to take 300 from the bank.
Back then it wouldn't be £300, would it? It'd probably be like £3. 300.
30 maybe.
Yeah, that was quite 300. Quite a lot back then.
Yeah, I'm not sure the exchange rate's quite right. And then they're going to go into my discard pile. So that's the part where I invite my guests. I have provided my service. I've enjoyed the favours. I can now choose if I like to go to the builders market. So I have 600 sitting here.
60.
Just keep it simple. 600. So that prices me out of these two. So I could do with...
Can you buy more than one?
In theory.
Cool.
Would I prefer an afternoon ride?
Yeah, afternoon ride. What?
Ooh, servants' quarters would be fun. Yeah, let's have a servants' quarters. So that's going to 1, 2, 3, and the way Jay's shaking his head, I've just taken the thing that he wanted. So that goes under my service. Everything gets moved down to the left, so it becomes cheaper, and we pull a new tile out, which fills up that £800.
Everything is not awesome.
It's replaced by an English garden.
I took the wrong card.
So then I put my butler into expended service. I flip my event, so it's now showing my rows, and that is the end of my turn. That'll be your go.
One does not know what to do now.
Well, you can only start by... You don't have to rotate your service, so you have to choose one of the 5 events that you have currently sitting below your improvement.
I might do this. Yeah, because I want to spend the 2 family. I'm going to do the same.
You're going to do the same?
Because I want to spend the 2 family.
Okay.
Because I want the money.
Okay.
So I'm going to get 300 squid. I have the option of getting prestige or 100. Prestige or 100 and 200. I'm not going to go for the prestige. I'm going for the 300 squid.
Okay.
Toi.
So, in case it's not immediately apparent, prestige at the end is going to make it worth a certain amount of points. The more you have, the more it is, and it's on a scale.
Throw money all over the place.
Okay. So that's your benefits. What are you going to do with that particular builder's market?
My thing is, do you know what? What bonuses do you get for completing that at the end of the season?
So you will get one of the whoever gets the most points in essentials.
Is that up to courtship?
Up to courtship. So you have got that amount of time. You will get one of the Fairchild children, and you will draw a victory point card.
I'm gonna.
If it's a tie, we both get a victory point card, but the Fairchild child does not come to us.
I am spending 700.
I thought you might. Would you like to draw the tile?
Yes.
Okay.
Riding stables.
We have a cheap riding stables and an expensive riding stables.
These ones have stallions, and ones have mares.
Okay. So we're on round 2. Interestingly, the first player marker will only move after courtship. So it is my turn. I am going to... Ooh, what do I want? I
My
think
butler goes there.
he does. It goes into expended service, and you have already flipped that, which is great. I think I'm going to host afternoon tea. So it requires a footman and 2 gentry. So it could be any of my gentry. So let's have my son of Asquith. So that's Charles Viscount Pemberley.
Yeah, Mr. Viscount.
And he's going to invite Miss Caroline West. So she requires a lady's maid. So that is invited guests and provided service. So I'm now going to get my favours. So I have a prestige guest.
So 2 gentry.
2 gentry, so it's...
What's that mean?
A gentry is a card.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 2 ladies is 2 of them.
No, 2 ladies is 2 lady gentries.
But you've got 2 men.
I'm not. I'm hosting afternoon tea.
With 2 gentry.
2 gentry.
Doesn't that mean 2 men?
No, 2 gentry. Everybody who's of the higher echelons in that time was called gentry.
God, damn it, Mum.
Apologies for that one. So she's going to give me £100, and he's going to be the same as... Oh, I did not rotate my service. So same as Jay's, I can either take £100 or the prestige at this point. I'm going to take £200. It's not exactly a lot. So he can go up here. I'm going to take my £200. And now I have 5 that I can do anything with. So let's flip my gazebo so that I know that that is done.
Gazebo.
Yep. And I think I'm going to... Oh, what would I like? I think I'm going to... In theory, I don't have to do anything here.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to pass on Builder's Market right now. And I'm just going to clear my board, which I've effectively done.
I'm going to the
Butler's room?
I can't go to the butler's room yet.
You can't because he's currently in
I'm
servants' quarters.
Going to go to the bowling green. So none of them need accompaniments.
No.
So you have to explain these. So I have these on the back.
Okay. So you're going to get £300 from your tile anyway, so I would take that first. Okay. So, so this card will let you pick 2 casual guests and pick 1, or if you have a casual guest that is bad in your hand, you can dump it and dispose of it. This card is going to give you a casual guest, and if it's a male prestige is accompanied with it, you would get 2 reputation, but you don't.
Yeah.
So it's up to you right now. You're going to get a casual, and right now I'm guessing that you want to pick 2 casuals and pick 1 between them.
Yes.
So which one do you want first?
Well, I'll go for the 2 and pick 1.
Okay, 1, 2.
I will show you guys on the tube review. So we have obviously 1 in with red is a no-no. So we are going for Aston Webb.
Okay.
He's an architect.
So let's put that there. It's not necessary to see that because I doubt we're going to get through the deck even if we do a shuffle there. And now you want your normal one?
Yes, I'm guessing he lets me build a tile for free.
I'll actually double check because that's actually a promotional card.
This was a...
Yeah, so we actually received some promotional bits.
We just got them sent, didn't we, through random?
I believe they were sent out because there was some misprint on the player guides.
Yeah.
So we've got sent out a couple of guests.
Promos, basically.
So yes, it will be take any one improvement tile from the builder's market at no cost.
And I pay that. I get that when I.
But you may not take a monument tile or use that guest in the heritage suite.
So that's when I play him.
And you discard to the bottom of the casual guest deck after activity. So it's a one-time use.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to keep that unique rule over by you so you remember? Okay.
And then I get to choose if I want to
Buy
anything. Do you know what? No, I'm not going to buy anything. One is going to save one's money.
Okay. Right, in which case that takes us to
Village Fair.
Village Fair. So, Village Fair at the start, because we both flipped the study tile, we both received 2 reputation, and we both received £300 at the start of this round. So there you go, have 3.
Have you gained a reputation ahead of me?
Yes. Okay, and then it plays like a normal round. So, what am I doing?
So he moves forwards and he moves there.
Yeah, so let's rotate my service right now, then I know what I'm looking at. So I can't use that particular guest right now because I don't have the service available. I think I'm going to go to the butler's room with my butler and hire 2 servants from the supply because it's actually going to hold me back if I don't.
She's copying me. She knew I wanted to do that last round, so she was like, quick, I'm going to dive in there and get the servants before him.
So,
steals my tile.
I'm thinking right now, you obviously don't get housemaids, housekeepers and butlers in servants for hire because they're obviously very loyal to the house, being as high as they can go. So let's have.
I can't remember what the new expansions bring into it.
So upstairs, downstairs, I actually do have a card that is actually going to explain that. Where have I put it? I believe it's things like the chefs and.
Yay! My sort of people appear. I'm a chef.
Yeah, I think I put it in here actually.
Sorry for the
So the upstairs,
timeout.
downstairs expansion.
We will tell you at the beginning
Yeah.
of the next video.
Yeah,
I
I will find it. It does look interesting.
We will do another round.
So I'm just going to have to include new cards as well.
Yeah, there's
So they have those.
promo cards that I wish we could have afforded.
Okay.
So it's new.
So let's take a couple of servants before I forget what I'm doing. So the under butler can perform any of the male service roles.
He's the butler's butler.
Yeah, he's pretty much more of a dog's body than the footman.
The lowest of the low.
Let's have a footman. And, it's kind of gamble whether I want to take a valet or a lady's maid. Let's have a lady's maid.
See, I'm doing a Formula 1 trick. I'm doing the opposite to what Amy's doing.
So I believe those go into your servants' quarters to
Yes.
begin with because they're not immediately available. Yep. So that is my 2. That is my bonuses. Do I want to build anything?
When do we clear the builder's market?
When do we clear the builder's market?
Can we do we ever reset it?
Yep. So you can actually spend. You see up here on your special actions. You can actually spend your reputation, so you can go counterclockwise. So if you're desperate for money, you can spend 2 reputation to get £100. You can spend 3 reputations to refresh a servant from your servants' quarters and bring them into available service. Or you can spend 4 of your reputation and refresh the builder's
I
market.
never get enough reputation for that.
It's one of those sort of last ditch later on kind of efforts, I believe.
Or for me, I'd never ditch, never going to get it.
8.
I think
So I
last
can
time you had
afford
like
anything.
a million reputation and I had like none. 2.
Oh, I believe I've made a mistake. I should only have that amount of money because that's actually how much it costs on top of your builder's market. So these things here on the top costs. No, I actually didn't make up for it. So these are the costs on the builder's market, and you've got little white costs on the top right corner that actually explains how expensive a tile is.
So Roden Stables, this one technically is
It's
600.
currently 600.
That one's
100.
100.
Yeah. So I'm still going to spend 5, I think, and have that tennis court.
Stealing my tennis court now. Everything to steal my stuff.
So that comes down.
Should have bought it last round.
You should.
I was trying to save money. I was thinking, yeah, save money.
Except you've got loads of it. And what comes on is Hillside Kennels for a pheasant hunt. And then that goes into expended service. This one gets flipped. And that is my turn.
I went pheasant beating once.
And?
All it was I ran around with a stick. That's what the pheasant beaters do. You run around with a stick, hitting bushes, scaring the pheasants so they fly,
okay.
and the people
Could
shoot them. I did that like once. Wasn't successful.
Fair enough.
I'm a country boy. Well, I'm going to go to the butler's room and go, dig, and I'm going to take him because I'm doing the opposite. Because that's the way I roll.
Fair enough.
And then I'm going to buy the tennis court. Oh, no, I'm not.
It's a rather attractive riding stables there, 500.
One is going to get an English garden.
600 for you. 1, 2. Would you care to draw the tile?
Yes. Just flipping stuff over.
So you know what you've done.
And we have a drawing room.
Okay. Right, so we're now on to courtship phase. So during courtship, we don't host any events. We are just going to add up the essentials. So you obviously beat the hell out of me in terms of the essentials for your points. So you're going to take the top victory point card, and you can invite one of the Fairchild children into your estate. They are pretty much the same. They just require a valet or a lady's maid. Which, if you've got an extra valet, probably better to have him.
Well, I might not want him. He might be trying to court Miss Elizabeth Fairchild. But I won't. We like the top hat.
Okay, so this concludes the season. So we pass first player to you. We are going to change the theme, and we're going to leave this out because it's going to actually matter at the end. So the next one is estate.
Hell yeah.
So he's already ahead of me. Right, so that means that you're actually the first person on this round.
Oh, I best bring all these.
Mm-hmm.
And then he should have gone there, but he would go there now, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
That was the one. Yours would have done the same.
I will do the line at the start of my round, yes.
So, we want to.
How's your hand looking? Thin on the ground?
What's a bit now?
You will have to pass at some point to refresh your hand.
Can I just play him, this geezer?
If you have something that says 1 gentry.
Okay, so I can just play something with 2 gentry.
Yeah.
I'm going
As long as you
to.
have the people to support it, you're fine.
I'm going to the gazebo,
Okay.
and I'm going to use
Afternoon tea with your footman.
Charles Fairchild as well.
Okay.
They're
So
having
he
tea in the
requires-
gazebo.
So he requires a valet.
That's alright, you got those.
Okay. So you get.
We'll show this camera.
So you get 3 reputation.
Because
Yep. 1, 2, 3. So it goes round, and that flips to a 2. Okay.
Hell yeah.
And his special superpower, you can take a card from the builder's market, but then you discard it.
So he goes bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Later, mate. He goes in my disc.
Oh, bottom casual deck.
And what do I want? I'm going for a flower room.
Thought you might.
What?
And then you still have the option of building afterwards if you so wish.
Poor.
Before,
My rich
the riding stables are fairly cheap.
My rich family got a bit spend happy. Oh, there's a cricket field. Now we want the cricket field, but I can't afford it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna buy a riding stables.
Yeah.
100 quid. Can't say no.
Why not? Would you care to pick one more without looking?
I'm not looking. Jesus.
Thank you.
We have a French garden. My family don't like that stuff in our English country garden.
Right. So let's rotate my service. I could really do with some cash, I think. Have I got anybody that's going to? Okay, so if we do that and that. Yeah, let's have that. So let's have a turn on the bowling green. So it's going to cost me a footman and 2 gentry. So I'm going to place this gentleman, Major Anthony Cole, who requires a 2nd footman and a valet, and the daughter of the house, Lady Eleanor Chesterton. So I have hosted, invited, provide service. So for this I get £300 from my child. So I'll take that. I get a casual guest for the lady, and on this one I have an admirer bonus. So if I have a male prestige guest, which I do, I also get this reputation, so I get 5 reputation right now.
Jesus, I thought I was doing well then. I thought, yay, I'm on 2 before. No, it's nearly on 3.
So that is going to
I will lose.
spend my service.
I will lose miserably.
And let's see what I can do with that. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're on an estate thing right now. That's really expensive, that French garden. I'm going to have that fenced paddock for 200 right now.
God, can you only afford a fenced paddock?
Yes,
like
because I'm not as
Not,
well off as some families.
not like my English garden and flower room.
Yes, I know.
Some people call it a greenhouse, but we don't because we are upper class.
And we have a great hall to replace it, which allows you to have a wall. But you need 6 gentry for it. Same with your French garden.
I was just reading what the.
That was actually round
was round
5. So we're on to round 6.
I was just reading what the French,
is. Yes.
The English garden is. It's
A constitutional.
to me. I know what that is.
Walk. Right.
My
So
balloons.
during the start of this round, we draw 2 objective cards and we keep 1.
Yeah, because I drew.
And I will put it right at the bottom.
I drew the worst.
Right. Oy. Okie dokie. Right.
I'm gonna go for. Do I risk it? Do I risk it? Do I risk it? Do I risk it?
Okay, so while Jay's trying to decide, I have got a fairly risky one and a fairly non-risky one.
Yeah, same.
And I think I'm going to go for this one.
Then I'll show you what risky and non-risky I have. So that's my risky. And then that's my non-risky. So I'm going risky. Let's just go for it. Shall I put the objective on the bottom?
Yeah.
And this is the start of the round properly now.
In theory, we should be putting our activities up here, but it does the same thing.
Activities.
When we're the activities, we should be putting them up here, but I don't believe it actually makes much of a difference.
So you'll just take them all off and put them up
Oh,
there.
I do need to flip my lawn tennis now.
Well, I think that's it for this video.
Yep.
We will start from my was once rich family, now very poor family, and we will see where this leads us. We are nearly halfway through the game. So yes, thank you guys so far for watching. Hope you're enjoying this video. This is, like I said before, a game that surprised me. I love the mechanics, it's really good. But yes, we will finish this off tomorrow, or we've probably got 2 more videos the way it's going. But yes, we will be back if Amy takes her head out of the rule book for a second.
Sorry.
And we will see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye. And YouTube people, we are still here. I hope someone's watching. I hope you're watching this. Now this is where I have to do a battery change because my GoPro's naff.
Oh.
So far I think Amy's winning massively.
Probably not. I think I'll win in terms of points.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
Because it's going to get judged on those seasons and I'm not doing as well as you in those.
But how do we know who won which one? Just remember.
Well, apart from the fact it's you've got victory point cards for it.
Oh. Do do do. Wow. There we go. If anyone's watching on YouTube, they're probably hearing all this random noise going, what's going on?
Probably.
Because they can't see my GoPro. This camera can't see the cards below.
There's not a lot I can do about that. It's a very challenging game.
Should I see if I can raise it up a bit? I'll see if I can raise the camera a bit. So, that might have made a difference. Sorry, YouTube people. Just readjusting cameras. This is oh, you probably lot are getting deafened right now. Yeah, that's better. Stop wobbling. Okay, so 2 seconds and we will start again.
Ooh.
Do do do. making sure everything. Yeah. Peculiar. No. We have people. We've had lots of people viewing this. As you can see by the.
Anyway.
Anywho, we are going to be starting again. Let's do that. Let's go.
Okay.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Welcome back to Meeple's People Circus. And. Huh?
You are recording it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to start that again.
Yeah, apologies.
Of course I'm recording that. Look, everything's recording.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Welcome back to Meeple's People Circus. And today we are continuing our obsession with obsession. That's not a very gentlemanly joke. So it's my round.
Yeah.
Um,
So I would refresh your service before you consider what you're doing.
I am doing that.
So you're going to pass.
One is going to pass.
So during a pass, we have a little flowchart. So you reclaim your deck, refresh your service. So everything in the servants' quarters can now move into available. And it's now your choice if you want to collect £200 or refresh that builder's market. Okay, and then you can shop in the builder's market as usual.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Right. So my turn. Let's refresh my service. What I might start doing is I might start putting my tiles up here so people can see it a little bit better on camera, hopefully.
And above, yeah.
Yeah.
What we'll do, we'll start adding
Start putting them up there. They're supposed
So
to be.
technically mine should be like that, shouldn't they?
No, they do sit below so you can see them all.
But okay, what should we be putting up there then?
Just the one that you're actively playing.
Okay.
That's kind of what you mean by hosting an activity, but I just put all my people where I'm supposed to because I find it quicker.
You got me wrong.
I just find it quicker. I don't see the point in trying to muddle a tile about, but I suppose it makes it quicker. I suppose it makes it more clear, rather. So, do I want to do something very, very similar right now? Because I don't think there's any chance I can beat you on estates right now. So it might make more sense if I can get myself in a position to do better the next round, which I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to reclaim my deck. I'm going to refresh all my service, all of it, which is kind of extensive right now. I'm going to clear that builder's market.
No!
Don't like that builder's market, it doesn't help me.
Is there more than one of the same type of tiles?
Potentially. And then we need to draw them out as per.
2 tiles that I've needed in this game.
And I've taken them.
And 2 objective cards I took a risk with because I thought, oh yeah, she's not going to get rid of them. 2 cards.
2.
God damn it.
3. 4.
Don't care about any of them.
5. And 6.
She cheats.
I do not cheat. That's part of the game.
Cheating.
So.
The way she's beating me, I'm winning. Doesn't like me beating her at her game.
Thank you. So kind. Right. So we have them in order of prestige in theory, but both the monuments are out in one go, which is interesting. So prestige order. So they're going to go in order of service. So I would say those are.
I'd say that one's the
Is that
service.
prestige? That's prestige order, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that would be up there in theory. although -1 wouldn't happen, that's victory points, so that's not, there isn't technically prestige on there.
I would say it goes that, the blue, then the brown of these.
So the brushing room would come before the butler's pantry.
Why?
Because that's the way the rules explains it. If you draw 2 of them, then you have these 2, then that and that, and it doesn't really matter which way round those 2 go. So there we go. Those are our new
A game of croquet.
tiles.
Does anyone actually play croquet nowadays?
Potentially. And I have 300 if I want to do anything.
Comment below if you've ever played croquet. Tell me if it's as boring as it looks.
Yeah, I'm going to have that brushing one.
Just every fucking...
Which lets me use
Try not to-
footmen as valets
Try not to swear on my channel.
when
but
necessary. That is the one problem with this. Oh, I put the bag on the floor. It's dopey. And it's going to be replaced with a
don't care.
West Saloon.
Whatever.
So that is the end of this particular round. We're now moving on to courtship. So you can either choose to keep Fairchild in your hand, because we know that you won the last one,
Yep.
and you take a victory point card. So I'm going to do that, so we know what's coming. And we're going to draw a fresh theme. So this one is sporting. And we're going to move on to the next round, which is village fair. So we both receive 300. That's the money. And we're both going to get 2 reputation this round. So that will go to 3 for me. Okay. So it's going to move over to here, because we're on to the new season, so I'm first player this round.
Oh,
As much as he loves this game, he is going to kill me for it.
I'm thinking how I can get revenge.
How you can get revenge. Right.
I'm thinking of a game that I always win to do a live a video of.
A video of.
Takenoko.
Yeah, as much as I love Takenoko, it's not kind to me at all.
It's a game that I always win.
So let's host some bowling. And I quite liked that play I did before. Oh yes, thank you. Might as well do that, so shove it up. So I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to have the young lady of the house plus Major Anthony Cole. So I require a valet and another footman. So I'm going to get £300. Just that. And I get a casual guest. And I will get 5 reputation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which takes me up to 4. So it's my choice if I want to build from Builders Market. I am going to yeah, let's have, oh, that's cheaper. Let's have that croquet field. Like so. Let's replace that with a smoking room for cigars and port. And let's refresh my board here. Like so. Short time.
Well. I'm okay. This might be a silly thing, but I'm going here to the riding stables. It requires a gentleman and a lady.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm having Charles Fairchild, Esquire,
Yeah.
and Lady Margaret Harlow together. He requires a footman because, you know.
Told me off.
Yeah, there we go, so you guys can see. So that's that.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives me 200 squidaroonies.
Not sure they called it then. Squidaroonies in those times.
And then I get one card, single, normal,
You get a casual guest. Yeah.
And he's a dick.
Not sure they use that language in those times either.
It doesn't matter. You're gonna see him.
Possibly.
And then I get 5 prestige. We do that. Aim is on 4.
Okay.
And then that is that. I don't get no money.
What are you going to
And
build?
then I'm going to buy the imported marble floor. Where does this go? There.
Yes.
Because one
Under
likes
colour.
one likes an imported marble floor. What does that do?
So at the start of each and every round, you're going to gain a reputation. So that is what this reminder is for. So that's there to remind you need to gain a reputation every round.
Hell yeah. One needs one specific card tile.
Huh?
And that's not the one.
A North Library.
I only like South
For a
Libraries.
political debate. Oh, that's
We
not what we need at this point, is it?
mention politics.
I did not mention politics
In the UK, we have banned politics from now on.
from this house.
Just from life, because they're all a bunch of morons.
Anyway,
That's it.
round 10?
Round 10.
Okay.
Nothing happens, apart from standard game.
So, I am going to... I wouldn't mind. So let's. Oh, we might as well have a complete set. Let's go to the croquet field. Oh, I didn't remove my service. Now, I have servants' quarters, which means I actually may deploy a servant from the servants' quarters each turn. Dink. So I require 2 gentry. So I'm going to have the lady of the house, the Countess of Asquith, along with James Hereford, Esquire. Actually, do I want to? No, I don't want to. I want to put out Reginald Hopkins. I just want to double check because I believe the Countess, you have to discard a casual guest, but it's the one that you play it with. So, where are we? Just double checking. Just wondering if that is actually true. I'll tell you what, I'll play this hand and I'll find out what I'm doing in this turn. So.
Already planned, I tell you that.
That's alright, you can give me some time. So, I am going to receive £300. Let's just that. And I'm going to take 2 casual guests and pick 1. Oh, let's have her. I can go on the bottom of there. And that does that. I can now choose to...
So one thing we didn't actually mention that I was just looking at. So on the tiles, so like the front parlour here.
Mhm.
So at the end of the game, if you don't flip this, you get -2 prestige. But once you flip it, it will give you 2 prestige. So sometimes it's always trying to work flipping all your cards. If any cards that gives you minus, trying to, or no points, trying to work out what ones and flip them. Correct?
Indeed.
Indeed.
Um, hmm. Oh, I'm in a bit of a quandary now.
What?
I don't know what I want to buy. Yeah, let's have that wine cellar for my entire 6. Which I apologise you guys cannot see. I'm running out of room.
No, this is a table hog.
Yeah.
Well, the tiles just go down and down and down.
They do. And there is a long gallery to replace it where you can admire the art. So let's refresh my board here.
Can I go?
It is.
So I'm going to raise that up. We are going. Let's see if I find this right. Damn it! That's all right.
Apparently not.
Just have to do that. Just have to take the extra one. So we are going to the north dining room for formal dinner. It's going to take 5 gentry to do this. So we are having Theodore L. of Ponsby. We are having Edward Viscount Dorchester. We are having Marble Countess of Pontaby. We are having the Dick Charles Herbert Esquire. And we are having the cowbag Anne Hawkins. She's not even a miss or anything. She's an American heiress. So, I will go with the minuses first. So, I will lose 1, 2, 3, and then he will lose me 1. So that will take me to a 2. But she will give me 800.
Wow. Would you like a 5 in that?
Yes.
There you go.
And he will give me a card as well.
A casual.
A casual.
There we are.
He will give me 200.
Okay.
This will let me pick 2 casual or take 2 casual and pick 1.
Or dismiss.
Or dismiss. I've used up my cards. But
You can do it from your discard.
you know what?
Okay, so you're going to take 2 and pick 1.
Yep.
Okay.
And then that is my 5 people. Oh no. Then I have him actually. I still need to do. I'm going to get rid of him.
Okay.
So
That was obviously a really bad card. So that's quick.
Go in my hand. And then I have either 100 or a prestige
Or a reputation. Did you take your reputation at the start of this round, by the way?
Yes. Do I want reputation? You're smashing me on reputation.
Yeah.
But I think I'm winning on prestige. I'm going to take that.
Okay.
And that will put me back up to a 3. Cool. And then I'm going to... Oh, I didn't... I'm ruining it for all you people online watching on my video. So I am going to. I'm just checking my belts. Okay, so I am going to buy. I am buying 400.
For the butler's pantry.
Yeah, not sure what it does.
It will actually allow you to forget the under butler from the available servants for hire. So I believe you get him straight away and you'll go in there for your next round. And you need to add a tile out.
Nice. That was a good round. They achieved something.
Extremely.
Breakfast room.
Okay.
Breakfast feast, but only gentry. Oh no, 4 gentry. I was going to say.
Okay, so next round we're on a builder's holiday. So this round we are permitted to purchase as many tiles from the market as resources allow. So obviously normally this one. I think we possibly stated that differently earlier.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what it is. We haven't broken that rule, so it's not a big problem so far. So let's do that and give myself some reputation for my monument. Right. Not a huge amount of money at this point. So let's. Oh, what was that? So let's get rid of the negative points on this. We're going to go to the fenced paddock, so it's going to cost me. Well, it's going to require a footman and 2 gentry. So let's have Lady Elise Gilmore and let's have. Should have done that one really. Let's have the Lord of the Estate, Asquith. So she's going to require a lady's maid. Okay, so she's going to get me a prestige guest. He is going to get me £200. The event is going to get me a casual guest, and it lets me dismiss a guest from my hand. So that will be this gentleman disappearing. Yep, so they go into there. These 2 go into here. That goes down, and I do realise that I have actually forgotten to do my borders market, which I cannot afford anything anyway. So it would be your turn.
So, debating. Okay. I'm not going to win anything for buying anything for the builder's market. You've got me beat. You've got both. You've got 4. You've got 5. All I can get maximum is 4.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no point in me buying anything. Going for what? I might as well go for what I think. I might as well go for that and get the prestige to try and jump me up because I need to catch you up. So I am going to. Oh, sorry, people. I'm mumbling to myself.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can do that. Okay. So I can't do that. I am going to have a butler.
Did you take the reputation?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am going to use a butler.
You haven't moved your service though.
I didn't move these though.
No.
I don't want to do that. Yes. No. We've only got what, 3 rounds left?
After this courtship, then yes.
So okay. Let me Let me reassess my situation. That I can't do that. It might be worth. No, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to hire her, and I'm going to hire him.
Okay.
And then I'm not going to bother buying anything. I can't because I did that. I can't discard down, can I?
Sorry?
Because I did that. I can't discard down, can I?
Discard down?
Yeah, no.
You can't
Yeah.
pass, no.
Yeah. So that's it. My go.
Okay.
So my whole plan went out the window.
Okay. I take it you're not buying anything, and he's into expended.
Do I want to buy anything for the sake of? No.
Well, doesn't make any difference to me.
So that's it.
Okay. So we're going to go into the portrait phase.
I give back my
So you need to put back.
Mr. Top Hat.
Yeah, I will actually take
You
him.
taking Mr. Top Hat.
And I would like that top victory card. Sorry for leaning across. Okay, that will do me. Right, so we're going to move to round 13. And your final one is Essentials. Bit poo for me. Right.
And I'm first player.
You are first player. So I would start off by taking your reputation and moving your service around so you know what you're doing. Your household is massive.
We got a bit carried away employing people. Well, it was the North Dining Room. We decided we needed to hire more staff when we invested in the North Dining Room. It was like, this takes a lot of people to have a formal dinner. I'm going to re-get my game of cards.
Okay, so everything goes into available service. Your choice if you want £200 or if you want to refresh that market.
I want 200.
You want 200? Okay, and now you may buy. If you so wish. Oh, it's so big.
Yeah.
Okay, 500. The rest sleeve.
We're going to have a formal gathering after the formal dinner. I just need one tile to come out.
Yeah.
One tile.
You can tell what your effective card is.
What?
You need a particular card.
Damn you! Where's the French?
Not giving it away at all.
I don't care.
It'll be in there.
Is there another French garden? Oh, sorry, I'm not cheating, by the way. I'm going to shuffle this. I just want to make sure. I don't think there's another French garden. I think there is only one.
I haven't taken the French garden.
There must be a French garden.
No, it's one of the extras.
No, you discarded one. There was only one French garden. Only one French garden.
Oh, what, in one of these? Oh. Oh. Oops.
Only
Well, they're not
one.
negative points.
Oh, I don't care. That's it.
That's your round, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's take my reputation. Move this not along. Right.
French garden.
Let's have this. Right. So I've actually double checked my servant icon here. So as you can see, housekeepers can serve as a backup ladies' maid. But I don't think that's going to work in terms of my cards. So I'm going to host a game of whist in the front parlour.
Whist.
Whist.
Game of whist.
It does require my housekeeper.
Can you explain what whist is?
Card game. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Comments below, people.
It's going to require 2 ladies. So I have Maud, the Dowager Countess of Asquith, who requires nothing. I also have Rebecca, Dowager Countess Clare, who requires 2 ladies' maids, and I can deploy 1 servant from my servants' quarters each turn, so I can actually do that. So, this is going to give me 3 reputation for my tile. It's going to give me 1 more reputation for this one, plus £100. This is going to give me a victory point card. Okay. And it's going to give me a prestige guest. Okay. That's those 2. Those can come down. So I have not a lot right now. I think I'm going to have to go and do that. Not really. I'm going to pass on the market right now. So, next round. So this is not round 13. We are now in a national holiday. So that does that. Okay. So during national holiday, we are allowed to host any activity and any guests. So where it says 1, 2 ladies, it doesn't matter if it's a gentleman, and we are allowed to host any activity that we like. So you're first.
So I can do anything.
Pretty much. So do you want to add your reputation on? And I would say move everything around, but you refreshed, so it doesn't matter.
So I am going to do the West Saloon.
Okay. So
7.
that requires your butler and 7 gentry.
So I'm going to play him. Let's play this where people can see above.
Okay.
So I'm going to play him. Can we move your...
You can move my discard pile, yes.
So I'm going to play him. I'm going to play him. I'm going to play her. I'm going to play her. I'm going to play her. And I'm going to play him.
Okay.
So let's go through these. So let's take my minus off. 1, 2, 3. But she gives me 800.
I would just add up all your money across all the cards.
Yeah. So 8,000. 1, 2, 1,200.
So 1,200 for you. Wow. There you go.
Okay. And then I get 2 prestige for him. 1.
No, yeah.
And then 2 prestige for her because she's with a guy.
You've got a prestige. No, you don't.
No.
You're going to get reputation because you haven't got a prestige guest out.
Prestige guest.
Yeah, they'd have 2 fleur de lis instead of the 1.
God damn it. Okay. So.
But she would give you a casual.
Yeah, casual. Casual schmasual.
That's,
and then the 2.
Or dismiss 1.
So I'm going to dismiss this geezer. I like her because she gives me lots of money.
Right, okay.
I think that losing 3 is worth the 800.
Okay.
And then
he's going to give
he
you
gives me casual
as
and
well.
1. And then
they all go into your discard.
these ones as well.
No, just the ones that you played.
Yeah, I was going to say. And that's pretty much used up all my cards in one go.
Okay.
But
let's put those back so I know
I'm in the money. And then
So what are you buying?
So I have so there's 2 rounds left. Or one round after this.
One after this.
I'm going to buy the 500.
The North Library.
The North Library.
I'll just tack it onto the side right now.
It suits it goes next to our West Saloon and our North dining room. We needed something to go out of once we have dinner. We need croquet field.
We'll have one. Okay, so let's add my reputation, rotate my service.
Oh.
Oh.
What I did not do.
What did you not do?
So he's been used. He's been used.
Oh, how rude.
You forgot as well. See,
Right.
I remembered. It's not cheating.
Yeah.
You didn't take your turn yet.
Right. Nothing huge there, so let's do that and try to get some. I think I'm going to have to try and get some money in. So let's have a game of tennis. Let's so a game of tennis is going to cost me a foot, and it requires 2 gentry. Let's use Alistair Countess Holt with my one I'm allowed to deploy from Servants' Hall. And let's have the Viscount Pemberley of the Asquith family, who doesn't cost me anything. So overall, that is going to give me £4,000 effectively. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can come down here. That's going to go back for a second, and I'm allowed to go building. What do I want to go building? We're on an essentials round. Got anything decent in my hands? Right. Eek. I'm going to do the unthinkable right now. I'm going to do this cost 4 in reputation to refresh that builder's market.
Wow.
So yes, again I need the reminder out. So those 2 are going to go into my discard.
Shall we build the builder's market tomorrow in tomorrow's video?
We can do that.
So.
Or we could just have it out. It's up to you.
Yes, we will.
We'll have it out
We'll
by
be
the
back
next time.
tomorrow, and the builders market will be refreshed. So that's it for today's video. The next round will be the final and our final thoughts. So
we'll refresh the
we
market.
will refresh the market.
Potentially buy from.
Well, no, we'll refresh the market. You can buy from when we come back. So we will see you in tomorrow's video. Thank you for watching. Leave that book alone.
Check this other.
And we will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
You can do that off camera.
I don't know why. happenings.
Oh. Hello, YouTube people. We're still here.
Just found a symbol that I've never seen before.
I'm going to run to load.
So it's my job to keep you YouTube people entertained.
Yes.
If you are still here.
I think there's still people watching. Let's have a little look.
Ah, that's what that one is. So, like we said, we're going to refresh the builders market. So I'm just going to get my handy checkup of what orders things going. So I have a monument, and I have the billiards room. I have the state room. I have the West Terrace. I have the Lionheart Suite, and I have the Servants' Hall. So let's order those. So service will go first, then monument. Then I have a 4 for the billiards room. I have a 5 for the West Terrace, and I have 2 6s, which are both prestige. So they're equal. So that was actually quite easy bringing it up. And you're back from
I'm back from the loo.
relief.
Okay.
Wow.
Got to fight away from the cameras. What's well?
Well, there's something here that could really help, but it's not actually going to get me very far right now.
What? Are you assuming that I've won this?
I'm pretty much assuming that you won purely for the prestige points here.
Well, I played a good game.
I think you've been pretty good with what you've been bringing onto your board.
Because I got screwed, so I kind of was limited. I would have gone down a whole different route if you would have not taken my 2 tiles. But it all depends on objective cards.
It does.
I don't know why they look good.
I can't even remember what mine are. Okay, let's not that.
Let's go.
Mhm.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Welcome back to Meeple's People Circus for the finale of Obsession. Our obsession with Obsession.
Indeed.
And we will start. Oh, Amy has filled the market.
Yeah, I've taken most of the turns. I'm just about to. I paid some reputation to refresh that builder's market, and now I can buy from it if I wish to. So let's have. Oh, what have I got in my hand? Yeah, we can do that. Let's pay that 500 and have that billiards room. Like so. Placing it that way up, obviously. And we're going to draw out 1 extra one to replace it. And then we will be on the final round before final courtship. And it is a main library.
Yeah, you. The thing is, you've not won this
No,
final.
no, because all the times it's been out there, it's not been fantastic for me.
So,
Okay, so your round.
the question. I am going to go to the riding stables. I can do it again, can't I? Once I've done it.
How do you mean?
So I don't, because I've already flipped it. I can still.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to go for a morning ride. It's going to cost me a footman, and then I need a valet and a lady's maid. I have Sir Richard Beeston and Beatrice Countess Beatrice, whatever. I can't say it. Countess of Rochdale. I can say that. He will give me 200 squid. The riding stable would give me 300 squid, so you might as well chuck me a 500.
Mr. Rich.
And then I will get 1 prestige. Yay, I'm on 4s. Reputation. And then I will get a random bog standard guest card.
Casual guest.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I do believe we're on round 15.
do you declare? I do declare.
Do not declare.
And that is all I'm doing.
Okay.
That was a quick round for me.
That was quite. Right, let's have that extra reputation. Refresh my service. Right. Let's. I think the best thing to do is going to be.
Try and get maximum points.
Yeah. So. Those two won't count. That's pretty much the same. Well, I think that's possibly going to be shall we? Let's go with that. So let's host this game of billiards. It's going to require my butler. It requires 3 gentlemen. So I have Charles Fairchild, who requires a valet. I have Theodore Lodge Esquire, who doesn't require very much at all. And I have Istvan Count Hoyos, not quite sure how you pronounce that, who also requires a valet. But I have the brushing room, so my footmen can now serve as valets. Which means I get £400. So I'm going to put 1 in and take 5 out. Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get 3 reputation. 1, 2, 3, which takes me up to a 5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's going to get me a casual guest. That's going to get me a casual and a prestige guest into my hand, which doesn't help a huge deal, but they go into there. They can go into expended service. That can come down here, so it's no longer negative points. And I can buy if I wish to, so I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to buy that West Terrace.
There's no point in filling up again because there's no point in doing that.
Yeah, it's for mental knowing, really. See if it's going to help me out eventually. Not especially.
French garden.
Flower room. Okay, so moving on to final courtship. So, final courtship. We're going to move that like that. So, during final courtship, we are going to count all the points, the victory points.
Can you get the Fairchild out of your card, please?
You can.
And
There you
I'm going to go for her instead of him this time.
Actually, you can leave it up there because you're going to count up all the points across all 4 of those tiles.
Wow.
So if it's turning up twice, which we've got essentials, you're going to count essentials twice.
Okay, do we take both of these?
Sorry?
Because these give you points, don't they?
We're going to do that afterwards. This
So
is just
these
final
will, These will
courtship.
come back into my hand.
It'll all count in a minute.
Yes, but I can put these back in my hand.
Just leave it for time being and we'll do it. Okay, so we're going to count essentials twice, estate once, and sporting once. So, zip. 2, 4, 7, 9, 12, 15, 20. What have you got?
6.
So you have 11, 16, 32, which let's face it, you beat me. 34, 36, 38, 40. Doubled me. So you take the Fairchild.
Knew I was.
Yeah. And you get the last VP card as well. Right, so now we're on scoring.
Boom.
Boom. That is how Obsession is played. And for
Nice.
this,
We'll put that nicely there so people
Yeah.
can see us scoring.
so apologies, but you're going to have to put up with my writing right now. So, first off, we add up all the victory points on our improvement tiles. So across all of them, you need to add them up. I've got 31. I know I haven't beat you.
Yeah.
So where are we? We've got 8, 11,
What's
16, 17, 18, 20, 22, 20. Yeah, 24. I am.
Told you.
So now you add up the victory points across all of your gentry.
Yeah, you've so won this.
So this
So
might
Amy's-
be where I'm catching up.
Amy's sitting there going, "Oh, you've won this." She's already in the lead.
7. 29.
Yeah, Amy's won this. 16.
16.
16.
Wow.
Amy's won this. All this time, you so won this.
Objective cards. So you have
1.
service. 1 victory point per tile.
1.
So you have 2.
I only have 1.
You have 2
Oh.
service tiles.
And 10.
Okay. And
French garden.
nothing there. So you have 11. No, 12 to add on, sorry. Okay. My cabinet of curiosities never came out, which I'm determined it's still in that bag. But I get victory point for essentials and sporting, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where mine was not going well. Okay, reputation VP. So, for the standard play, you have finished on 4,
Yeah.
so you get 10 points.
And you get.
I have finished on 5, so I get 15. So let's add those on.
Winning.
60, 10, plus 20. Okay, service VP. You get 2 victory points per servant.
Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20.
Okay. And you get 1 victory point for every £200 worth of wealth rounded down. So I get 3.
2, 5,
So you've got 14, so that's 7. Yeah?
It's only got 15, but yeah.
Yeah, well, unfortunately it doesn't count because you have to round down, so that's 9. 89, so that's 7. 7. And courtship VP cards. So now I have to look at your victory point cards.
This could.
Yeah, I've only got 11.
Okay.
So I've got 108 as my grand total.
I don't know what that one means.
Okay, so it actually says on some of these. So search it's an option. You can either take the victory points, or you can have searched the discard pile at any point if you've given the card in.
Okay.
So you could put it into your active hand, so it's points. So you've got 19 to add on there.
This could be close. No, it's not. Amy's just won this.
I don't think I have. So 18, take the 1. 9. Oh, it's a tie.
Wow.
It's a tie, but
What do we do with
in
tie
the case
games?
of a tie, the player with the Fairchild card in his deck is the winner. That is you!
I win!
By a technicality.
I win! I am the posh family.
You are the most obsessed.
I won! I won a game of obsession. Wow. That was close. See, I went completely different route than Amy. This is a worker placement.
Yeah.
And again, worker placements are them games where you think, Amy the whole time going, oh, you've won this, you've won this, you've won this. I won on a technicality.
Mm.
108 to 108. And yeah, I just love the mechanics of this game, yeah. But yeah, I won. I won Obsession.
You did.
Wow, that's a shock.
I'm going to check while you're doing thoughts that my tile's actually in here.
I want you to join me on the thoughts, but I'm trying to do something right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to see.
Oh, there it was. There it was.
I'm seeing.
All my refreshing the market did not work.
I'm going to see if I can do something, because I'm going to put that camera as this camera so people on YouTube can see us.
Apologies.
This is going to be cut out.
So yeah, we're going to give our final thoughts, guys, and if you've got any questions for us, please can you get them in so we can answer them after we've finished concluding.
No, this isn't working. Let's go back to that. Yeah, sorry YouTube, that I tried to adjust the camera. I don't think it's working. That's why it went blank. I'm trying to. Oh, we're upside down. So let's flip there.
Yeah, maybe just crack on.
Yeah, I'm going to cut all this out. There we go. So hello people on YouTube, you get to see us.
Hi!
You get to see us for a second. Yay!
Sorry about that.
So we're going to do our final thoughts. Yes, we're going to do our final thoughts.
Yeah.
So yeah, I won.
Which is...
Which is shocking, because I don't think I've ever won this game.
I don't think you've played it all that often
I've
with
only
me, to
played
be
it
honest.
a couple of times maximum. I like it. It's one of them games where... Don't worry right now, we can work this out after.
No, it's alright, I was going to find the upstairs downstairs information.
Yeah, this is one of them games where originally when I got this from Amy, I didn't like the look of it. I thought set in that sort of world, it's not my sort of thing. You love all this sort of period drama.
I do.
And this is why I bought it for Amy, because I thought...
It's got an amazing solitaire version, actually. So if you do like solo games, this one's amazing.
I think what it was, I think someone on my Facebook group...
Actually, it's on the promo card.
I think someone on my Facebook group posted that they got it, and they were doing. You could pledge it late, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. I know Amy likes it, and then when we actually sat down to play it, it was like, oh my god, the mechanics of this are solid. They're just, it's such. I mean, the theme, it actually feels, the theme is very good on it. It's very thematic, but it's just the mechanics are just.
It appeals to you because it's worker placement.
Yeah, but the mechanics are just so good for what it is. You just, I mean, I won that, and I thought I didn't. Amy pretty much, I misread this card, and I took this card as it had to be them.
No.
And that was my fault because I could have gone smashed on them, and I would have won that. If I would have known, I would have got one more, and I would have.
Yeah, really knocked it home.
Yeah,
but it didn't matter
but,
in the end.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a really good worker placement. If you like this, even if you think the theme, if you know someone with it, give it a try because the mechanics, it just feels so good when you're playing it. You're just like, okay, it makes sense. All the buildings and all what you're doing, trying all the handmaidens. I don't watch any of this period stuff. I'm a sci-fi guy, as you can tell by the t-shirt. I'm all about the sci-fi, but I enjoy this, and I do get into, as you can tell by watching the video, I'm like, what? I do get into the whole theme of it, especially because maybe we are British, and it's that feel for us, even though it's not actually made by a British guy, it's made by Americans.
We got the American heiresses and heirs.
But she was bad.
Not all of them are.
She minused me points.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really fun worker placement if you're looking for something really fun.
The worst part is the setup, but once you've got that under your belt, obviously a lot more plays through. I think I'm only on like my 5th or 6th game of this. So for me, I'm still checking rules. I'm still making sure I've got it right. So obviously it's looked a little bit disjointed. I apologise, but I know that I like this game enough to bring it to you guys as quick as we can.
Again, what I will say with the setup and teardown, with the new Kickstarter, they've done a second edition of this. It comes in a bigger box, and these actually made insert to make the setup and teardown a lot quicker. We did back that because we have this. We don't need another version of this game. I think there's some upgrades, but I'm happy with this. I want the expansion.
So I'll show this here. So the upstairs downstairs is currently on Kickstarter. It's going to add in a hall boy.
It's finished on Kickstarter. You can late pledge now, but only for a few weeks. So by the time this video's out, it might have finished.
Okay. Head housemaid and useful man. So there's 4 new servants that are available. It's also going to enable a 5-player game, add new rooms, obviously, and increase gentry. I believe the Wessex expansion was also part of it as well, which we actually have here.
The Wessex expansion was part of the original as well.
Yeah. So that actually adds in a new family, which you can play as part of the base game. Just means you can only play 4, so you leave out 1 for the time being. And that would start with an extra room. As per usual, it's got the usual 4 family cards. It adds in a few extra starting casual guests, some normal casual guests, and another 5 prestige guests in there as well. Some of which are a little bit backwards. Do throw in a little bit of negatives.
Not as bad as my one.
Saying about heiresses. Yeah, but you lose reputation for having her around as well.
Yeah, I did. I lost 3 every time I used it. Yeah. I think I could have won that if I didn't pay it twice, but it was 800. It was.
You needed the money for it.
I needed the money for my.
Yeah, the reputation that she cost you would not have made up in points for getting that.
That's what I thought. I thought if we use it twice, I was always playing it where I would gain that 3 back by other cards. That's why I played a lot of the 8, the high amount of people, because I knew if I played enough of them, there would be enough to make up my money, my reputation back.
Yeah.
Okay, I've not gained anything where I could have, but I've not lost anything either. So 800 for me was all about the money.
Yeah.
Amy took what I thought I had messed up at the beginning, but turned out I was being stupid. And the French garden, after that, I thought, okay, them two are out the window. I need to do the wealth. That's why I didn't buy anything the last couple of rounds, because I was just trying to get my money to make sure I had the money to win, to try and get me my 10 points.
I mean, if you're thinking in terms of how much the points on the tile are going to give you as opposed to your bonus there, sometimes you've got to weigh that out as to what's going to earn you more. I knew that right now I need as many sporting and as many essential tiles. I could not get essential tiles for the life of me.
Yeah, I took all them.
For the life of me, I could not get hold of them.
I was having all them.
Yeah.
Because they were good points.
Yeah.
And
I was desperately trying to get hold of my cabinet of curiosities.
Yeah,
from
you
my
stole my French garden.
I kept refreshing.
I insulted the French garden and then got the extra objective cards, and it was, you need the French garden. It was like, oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, what are we going to rate this out of 5? Honestly.
For me,
I know you're going to be at a high.
I personally can't find any drawbacks with it.
The
setup's annoying, but the gameplay just offsets it for me.
The gameplay is... I
would happily go through the setup over and over and over again just to play the game. I love it.
I do think this is one of my favourite worker placements.
I'm really looking forward to the expansion.
Yeah.
Like, really looking forward to the expansion.
Yeah, I do honestly think this is going to be one of my...
And we took it along to a local convention.
Yeah.
And we had it out, and everyone was like, oh, what's that? And it's not necessarily just the people that you would expect to come up and ask about that. People who had probably no interest in period dramas and stuff like that. It looks attractive on the table, and it draws people in.
Yeah, I mean, this does. It just look. It is just the way it looks. You've got, yeah, yeah. So out of 5,
4.5.
I'm going the same. I'm. The mechanics of this game are solid. They are. You can tell he play tested this to hell to get
I love this thing.
To get it sort of spot on. I mean, for me, this is definitely one of my top worker placements. I love Lord of Waterdeep. That's pretty much my top, and this is slightly below. I mean, slightly. They're pretty much on par. The way this plays, the way that you want to do more, but you know you're limited, and you're like, okay, I can't do this, so I've got to do this. Like at one point, I wanted to do the ladies, but she was already out there, and I was like, I can't do that. Then I wanted to do this.
That's why the servants' quarters is so essential sometimes.
That's why I cried when you took it.
Yeah, really comes in handy.
I wanted to do the flower room, but then I didn't have these at the time, and then I had to go and get more, and then the game ended, and I was like, oh, and it was just, I wanted to do more. It's one of them. I think we always normally play the long game.
Potentially, actually.
I think we played the long game.
I think I've played extended game with you, yes.
Yeah, because I just like them extra rounds. I'm one of them people. It's
frustrating if you can't get the right things out for the season. That's really frustrating.
I don't mind if I play a 2-3 hour game. If it's good, I will sit there and play it for 2-3 hours happily. And this is one of them where I could just sit there and play it. It don't bother me. I will play this for 2-3 hours, and I'm happy. I'm all good. I enjoy every minute of this game. I think today is in between our videos. We have little pit stops. I think today, we were live streaming, but I think this was our shortest in between videos because we wanted to get playing this.
Yeah,
it's one of them. But yeah, that is it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this.
Hope we've conveyed how much we enjoy it.
Yeah, I hope you see a game that doesn't get a lot of buzz, but it is a hell of a game. It's you don't hear about this game, and it's definitely, if you see it, if you know anyone with it, try it. You will not regret it. If you like your worker placements, if you like the solid mechanics, if you like your solid mechanics, this is one for you. Well, again, hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe and follow me on Facebook. Join my Facebook group. I would love more people. It's slowly going up, but come and join me. You're more than welcome to post live videos in my group. I'm one of them people that if you want to do a live playthrough, do it. I'm happy to do it. Yes, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Or we will probably see you in the next video.
Possibly.
And it might be Ticket to Ride via Alexa. Ooh. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.